Sorry.
Present yourself. So position of Madim Shabbat. Tzazapuan, Ban Yamyan, Ban Yashral.
Tzazapuan, Ban Yamyan, Ban Yashral.
Salute.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. What's up, dude?
Oh,
Gonna give you the wine.
La Yasha'Allah to Israel.
Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abba Noah.
Shabbat
Shemayim. Badash. Hayat. Shabkat. Yahweh. Malakofka. Taba'ah. Watazaka. Hayat. Aisha. Bar Ratazah. Kawak. Hayat. Bashemayim. The Thunder Noah. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaka Noah. How Wasi Noah. Hasalaka Noah. How Wasi Noah. Wala'a. Tabiya I Noah. Mother side one. Above. How Shai Noah. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wafa Para. I will love you. Amen.
And in the English, our
Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
And the prayer for the Hakak, the power. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Baba Kashar. Nathalano. Hakak. Larapa'ah. Kal Makala. Kal Madawa. Hakak. Lataha. Hamatazarayim. Hakak. Lahakwiyam. Hamathiam. Hakak. Arukawa. Atama Allah. The Garishan. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Wala.
Amen. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of the Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of the Yahushua. Thank you.
So be. And the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Miyaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Tazabi Ya'ah.
Tazabi'ah.
Ala Wapi Hana.
Ala Wapi Hana.
Ha Ala Wapi.
Ha Ala Wapi.
Ha Saranyim.
Ha Saranyim.
Ha Qadazayanyim.
Ha Qasayanyim.
Ha Kayayayim.
Ha Kayalim.
Wa Akwafyim.
Wa Akwafyim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Wa Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Wa Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Amen.
Amen.
And in the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The general.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ar Ayanya.
Asha'ar Ayanya.
Al-Hahayim.
Al-Hahayim.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Isaiah. Ma'ayim.
Ma'ayim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shemaka.
Shemaka.
Hanala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Sharamah.
Sharamah.
Yasha'al.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shemaka.
Shemaka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tizalka.
Tizalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yam Yadka.
Yam-Yamka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashemash.
La'ayakayaka.
Ayakayaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarab.
Balayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamaka.
Yashemaka.
Bakal Rai.
Kal-Rai.
Yashamak.
Yashema.
Off the Pascha.
Of the Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamata the Aska.
Yashemata Za'aka.
Wabawa Aka.
Bawa Aika.
Ma'aitha.
Ma'aitha.
I belong.
I will love. Amen. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalakar.
Al-Damayalakar.
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Fashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awabayakar.
Awabayakar.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Makar.
Al-Makar.
Ya'ayramwa.
Ya'ayramwa.
Sawadah.
Sawadah.
Where I thought Yatazawa.
Ya'aifa Tazawa.
Altazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakadam.
Wanakakidam.
Magaya.
Magaya.
Wala Ayazakar.
Wala Ayazakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Noa Tazawa.
Ma'ai Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al Yakar.
Al-Yakar.
Baryaf.
Baryaf.
Yakarafwa.
Yakarafwa.
Al Yar.
Al-Yar.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashma Alayam.
Wa Yashma Aliyam.
Mawa Abba.
Mawa Abba.
Wa Hagayam.
Wa Hagayam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Imawan.
Wa Imalak.
Wa Imalak.
Khalashaf.
Khalashaf.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia.
To the war.
Tazawa.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawa.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Ayman.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zawai.
Zarawai.
Laban Yalawat.
Laban Yalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Hamadyam.
Kamadian.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Banakar.
Banakal.
Koyashwan.
Bayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayan Dara.
Bayan Lura.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
The Adama.
The Adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
The Da Yabmawa.
Nawad Yabmawa.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Wakaza Sabah.
Wakazabah.
Wakaza Sabak.
Wakazabah.
Wakaza Zal Manai.
Wakatazamanai.
Kaun Sayathamwa.
Kala Sayakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Naya Rashah.
Naya Rashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Off. Not a waf.
Allah hayr.
Shaya Thumwa.
Shayathamwa.
Gargala.
Gargala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rakar.
Upon your rakah.
Ka'ash. Saba I Ra Yaira.
Sabahaya Yaira.
All Kalaba.
Kalaba.
Salahat. Harium. Khan. Tharadakma. Basa Irakar. Basawa Puffkar. Balaham. Mala'a. Panyaham. Kuala One. Your Basqua. Shamkar. Yahawa. Your Baswa. Ya Balawa. Aida. Ya Kapawa. Ya Abadwa. Ya Dawa. Kaya Athar. Shamkar. Yahawa. The Badkar. Alya One. Alcohol Arataza.
Amen. And in the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee. Have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against. Thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabor. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Horeb, and like Zayed. Yea. All their princes as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High, over all the earth. So be it. Right, that's good. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishments and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the schools. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen. And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. That refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers,
the
court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pasikomatasi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airways, the cable access channel, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh shine. Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you always. So be it. With that, we can be seated, which means Yeshab means to be seated. Oh, so where was we from last week?
Last week we went to Genesis 10. So now we've been over that now. We went to verse 20. We're at 20 now. Verse 20. 10 and 20.
I got it most of the questions. Let's get into it. Does it look professional? Breakfast. Let it to so in the Hebrew then you know already what we're talking.
Can I say it?
Go
ahead. This is 10 and 20. So okay, can you get it on your phone? Ten and 20. Oh, but yeah. Oh, sick. Hebrews 10 and 20. Just like Genesis 10 and 20. Okay. Genesis chapter 10 verse. So okay. Just get it up on yours for me.
Oh,
yeah. Alright, I'll swear on myself in this one. Black. Yep. So okay, can you put it in yellow?
In the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 and 20.
So I'll just read this first bit, and then we'll go through. This is the 10 verse 20. Allah Banya Kam Lamash Malash Mak Thumb Malash Mak Thumb Malash Mak Malashap Kam Katham Lalashan Thumb Ba'a Ratazar Thumb Bagar Waya Hum. 21. Walasham, Yalad, Ga, it's like a gum, Hawa'a, Abaya, Kal, Banya, Ibar, Akaria, Yapath, Hagadawal. 22. Banya, Sham, I Yalam, Wa Ashawara, Wa'ara, Pakar Shad, Wa Lawat, Wa Aram, Wabanya, Aram, Wataza, Wa Kawal, Wagar, Thara, Wamash, Rapaka, Kashad, Walad, Yalad, Af, Shalak, Washalak, Yalad, Af, Ibar, Ibar, the Hebrew, that's what the Hebrew calls it. Af, Yawa, also like that's La'Ibar, Yalad, Shanya, Banyam, Sham, Ha'akad, Palag, Kaya, Bayam, Mawa, Napa, Laga, Ha'ar, Ratazar, Wa Sham, Waya, Quatan, Wa Yaquatan, Yalad, Af, Lama, Wadad, Wa'af, Shalap, Wa'af, Katazar, Ramwath, Wa'af, Yarak, and the last verse. Wa'af, Hadawar, Ram, Wa'af, Awa, Zal, Wa'af, Dakwala, and that is 7 verses.
Shall I read it in this?
English.
Oh, in English.
10 and 20.
Okay. Hebrews chapter 10. Genesis chapter 10, verse 20. These are the sons of Ham after their families.
Okay, so once the flood happened, of course, you know what I mean, with Noah and his 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, they began to have kids, and those kids began to have families, which, if you are on the earth right now, you descend from one of these families originally. You may call yourself by another name now, but if you trace it back and go back, you would come from one of Noah's 3 sons, whether it be Ham, Shem, or Japheth.
Right.
So right now it's talking about the families of Ham, which was a son of Noah. Read on.
After their tongues, in their countries, and in in their nations.
So with the sons of Ham, they started to get divided after their tongues, meaning their languages. So after a while, they started to have different languages. And then one tribe or one family would go here. One would live in North Africa. One would live in East Africa. One would live in Egypt. Or what would be in Libya. So after their tongue and their countries, so meaning where they were, where they could relate to each other by the language they spoke, that's where they went. Read on.
So, 21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder.
Okay, so now with Shem had descendants. And why is it mentioning it? Eber? Because obviously with Eber, he's a prominent man. Even the name, it means from the past or to pass over. One of the two. You know what I mean? So he's a prominent man in this family line. That's why it's singling him out. Read on.
Even to him were children born. 22. The children of Shem, Elam, and Asher.
All right, so let's break it down. With the children of Shem, Elam would be today your Indians.
Right.
Now I know some of them call themselves Bangladeshis, Pakistanis, but originally that was all India till the war with Gandhi and England got involved. But really, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal, all of that is really India. So one family of Shem would be the Elamites, which would be today your Indians. Read on.
And Arphaxad.
Arphaxad didn't have a whole nation of people. Read on.
And Lud.
And Lud is in Arabia. Even in the book of Isaiah, it talks about Lud. So Lud is a part of what would be Saudi Arabia. It's like a tribe. Read on.
And Aram.
And Aram is the Syrian Empire. So, I mean, that is just above the land of Israel, even till this day. So, you know what I mean? Even them, they descend from Shem. Read on.
So, like the other one, that's why the term Aramaic, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Uz would be by the land of Edom. So in the Bible, it goes, though that dwelleth in Uz.
Cool.
Originally, there was some Shemites from, of course, Esau is from the line of Shem, but there was another people dwelling there before Esau did. Reader.
And Hol.
Reader.
And Gether.
So these are little tribes that will live in what we will call today Saudi Arabia. Reader.
And Mash,
again, another tribe that will live in the region of the Middle East. Read on.
Verse 24. And Arphaxad begot Selah, and Selah begot Eber. 25. And unto Eber were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided.
There, so why is it bringing out these men? Because even the name a Peleg means to divide. And what happened at the Tower of Babel? People got divided. So that's letting you know that, listen, like, he got that name because why? At that time, man was divided. The angels saw, listen, like, this ain't right, man. Everyone's working together, building this tower, thinking they're going to fight against the Lord. And the Lord divided men via their language. Right. And that's how this brother got his name, a Peleg.
Right.
Okay. And his brother's name was Joktan. 26. And Joktan begot Almadad, and Shelep, and Azamaveth, and Jerah. Verse 27. And Adoram, and Ozal, and Dikla. That's 7 verses.
Okay, so the point of this is breaking down a lineage till it gets to Abraham. So it's showing that, listen, like, with this man, he deserves it. And look at his pedigree. Like in Matthew 1:1, with Christ, he deserves to be the king. Why? Because he breaks down a lineage. And what you're going to find out as you read on, this lineage gets to Abraham, showing you that he is from Shem. He's from the chosen line, and the Lord was with this man via his pedigree, which is the point. Right, from there in Hebrew.
Hold it.
You're gonna do the Hebrew.
No, you go from 28.
You need to get this.
Next time. I don't know. So, do you want to use mine? You able to do it after that one?
Yeah. Let me get my. Oh, 28.
Yeah. All right. Right. Almost the next one. Okay. What off? Abar Yama'al. What off? I wabal.
I Abar Yama'al.
I wabal.
It's not I. It's Wabal. I Wabal. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Wa'ath. Shaba'ah.
Okay.
Wa'ath. Our pa. Wa'ath. Kawaya'al.
Correct.
Wa'ath. Yawabab. Ka. Ha'al. Allah. Banya. Yakwatan.
Correct.
Waya.
Waya.
Yahaya. Right. Mawashabam. Mama Shah. Bahaka.
No, car. You got your verse.
Bahaka. Sapara. Yeah. Hara.
Yeah, you got it.
Hara. Aquadam.
That's right.
Allah. Banaya. Banya, right?
Banya Sham.
Banya, Sham.
Sons of Shem.
Ban, yeah, Sham. Khatham. Kalala Tham. Lamashap.
Katham.
So okay. Lamashap, Katham, Lalashana Tham. Right. Ba'ara Tazatham. Lagawaya Ham.
That's right.
Ahala. Mashapak Kath.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Banayan Banyan
sons of Noah.
Banyanak. Khan. La Thama wa ala da Thum. Yeah. La Thum. La Thawa.
Bagar.
Yeah. One second. Just went off Salakia. Right. La Thawala da Thum. Right. Bagawa Yaham. Wamahala.
Wama'ala.
Naparadawa.
That's right.
Hagawayam.
That's right.
Baharataza.
That's right.
Hakar. Hamabawal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Next
I think that's it.
Next chapter now.
Oh.
Couple more verses.
Robin. Jump to the next. Yeah, no, just won't come in.
Correct.
Good. Talk about that once again. Right. So alright.
Wahaya.
11:01? Oh, okay. Alright. Wahaya. What? Oh, Salakia. Wahaya. Yeah. Wahaya. Kal. Aha Arataza. Shapar. Akath. Ahakath. Wadabarayam. Wadabarayam. Right. Ahakadayam.
Accordium.
Right. Accordium.
Last verse.
Accordium. Right. Last verse.
Yeah.
All right. Wayahaya. Salakia. Wayahaya. Banasa'ayim.
That's right.
Makwadam. Wayamataza Hawa.
Yeah, that's right.
Wayamataza Yawa.
Taza Awa.
Wayamataza Awa. Right. Bakwa'ai. Right. Baha Arataza. Shanaira. Right. Waya Shabawa.
Sham. Finishes at Sham.
Shabba. Right? Waya Shabawa. Waya Shabawa.
And then
that's the last verse, right?
No, yeah, but let's finish it. Sham. Waya Shabawa. Sham. Which is Shem.
Oh, so like, yeah, I did that before, you know.
Yeah,
all right, Shem.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
All right,
that's it.
That's the rest of the one.
All right.
Pull someone else or?
Nah, we got it.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Verse 28. Verse 28. Genesis 10:28. And Obal and Abimelech. That's like it. Abimahel. And Sheba. 29. And Ophir. And Avila. And Jobab. All.
So now, again, you read about these people or their descendants. They lived in the Middle East. So with Avila, that's in Saudi Arabia by like the sea. You can look it up. So at one point in time, there was a people from a man called Havila, and they lived there. Now, of course, you can't approve that. The people that live there now descend from him directly. But at one point in time, this is what the Bible is breaking down, where these families went. Reader.
Villa and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan, 30, and their dwelling was from Meshar, as thou goest unto Sephar, a mount of the east, 31. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations.
There, so with Shem is breaking it down. He's breaking down their tongues, after their families, after their nation, man. So meaning they are grouped up depending on their family and their language. Just like what people do now. You stick with people that you know, and that's what they did back then. Reader.
And on count 32.
Just lock the door.
These are the families of the sons of Noah after their generations, in their nations, and by these were all the nations divided in the earth after the flood.
There you go. So it's breaking down after the flood. This is what happened next. This is how families or nations or tribes began to be on the face of the earth. So if anyone's wondering why on the earth is it so racial, why is it Nigerians only care about Nigeria, Ghanaians only care about Ghana? Because you're reading about it right here. After the flood, people stuck with their families. You know what I mean? And that's the way the Lord wanted it, and that's why it happens. So for people wondering, why can't we all join? It was never the case.
That's right.
Or then we wouldn't be reading this right now, where the Lord made people sedict to their race after their tongue, meaning that nation either has a language, so that meaning you're not meant to understand it, so that you don't join them. That's the whole point. You ain't got no dealings with them. You can't communicate with them. You're not from their race, and that was always how the Lord wanted it.
That's right.
Reader.
Verse 11 and 1. And the whole chapter 11, Genesis 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech.
There, so now, of course, in Genesis 10, it happened, but now it's going back in history where at one point we was of one language. You know what I mean? We was all one. We was all unified. It's breaking it down in Genesis 11 and 1. Reader.
Verse 2. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar.
So now with Shinar, you can look it up even on a Bible Atlas map. That is in modern day Iraq. So they found some nice land. You know what I mean? It wasn't all a lumpy and like mountains and hills. It was a nice plain land, meaning nice and flat, where they could start to make their empire. Reader.
And they dwelt there. Verse 3. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. And they had bricks for stone, and slime had they for mortar.
And that's how you know this isn't a contradiction right here. If you look at where they believe Shinar is, it's by rivers everywhere. So now that's how you make your bricks. With bricks, it's clay. And by the riverside, you can make lots of bricks, man. So it don't even contradict well, you mean you're looking at the map and go, well, where did they make these bricks? Because there's no water flow, there's no river, there's no lake. There's loads of them that compasses what would be Shinar, loads of them, which will give them the ability to make so much bricks. Reader.
Verse 4. And they said, and they said, Go to, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto the heaven.
So they wanted to build a tower, big man. But when it says reach unto the heavens, of course, no a tower can. The point being is it'll be really high. It'll be really tall.
That's right.
Reader.
And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
There you go. So these men said, you know what, let's make a name, lest we be scattered upon the whole earth. Meaning they knew what they was doing was wrong. They're saying, let's do this quick or we'll be scattered all over the whole earth. Meaning they understood that the Lord didn't want everyone being one. And their thing was, you know what, let's do it as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Let's, you know what I mean? Damn, we run out of time, and guess what? We will be scattered over the whole earth. Read on.
And that's verse 8. So.
That's verse 8. Ain't no sweating. All right. I imagine.
Which means to stand. Face the east. As the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abba Noah. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Ayah. Shamkar. Yahweh. Alakotkar. Kaba'ah. Atazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawak. Ayah. Bashemayim. The thunder now. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalakina. Wasina. Wasalakina. Wasin. Wala some of your idol, other side one, Bob, Shadow, Yan, right, Kuyak, Lakak, Amalakwa, Waha Allah, Wasapara, I will love you,
Amen. And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory forever. So be it.
And the prayer for the Hakak, which is the power. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai. Baba Kashab. The thunder note. Hakak. Lara Pa'ah. Kal Mother Makala. Kal Mother Wa. Hakak. Lataha. Amatazarain. Hakak. Lahapium. Amathium. Hakak. Arakawa. Hatama Allah. The Garishun. Hashem Yahushai. The water. Amen.
And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
And the blessings, Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Ataz Abba Ya'ah, Allah Wap Yahani, Allah Wap Yah, Allah Saranyim, Allah Kotazayanyim, Allah Kayayim, Wa Akwafim, Yahweh, Wa Hashem Yahushai, the water, Amen.
And in the English, bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. The general. The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha Ayanya, Al-Hahayim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Waratazah, Al-Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamaka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamah, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Shamaka, Yahweh, Fazalka, Al-Yad, Yam Yilkam, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakayaka, Wayarak, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashamaka, Makal right, Yashamah, off the Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamah to the Afka, Wabawa Aka, I will love,
Amen. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes. Unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayal Akar.
Al Damayal Akar.
Al Fasakash.
Al Fasakash.
Al Fasakash. Al Fasakash. Al Fasakarash. Al Fakarash. Al Fakarash. That's right. Or Al Fasakwat.
Al Fasakwat.
Al Yahana.
Yahana.
Waba Yakar.
Waba Yakar.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash. Al Imakar.
Al Imakar.
Yairamwa.
Yairamwa.
Sawadah. We are thought your eye to the wall. Altazap one you come. Amarwa. Makarwa. One Kakudum. Magaya. Wala Ayasakar. Sham Yasha Allah. I would die. Kaya. No eye to the wall. Labar. Yakadwa. Al Yakar. Bariyaf. Yakarafwa. Al-Aliyah. Adawam. Wa Yashima Aliyah. Mawa Abba. Wa Hagayim. Gabal. Wa Imawan. Wa Imalak. Kalishaf. I'm Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gum Ashawar. Nalawar. Imam. Hayawar. Zarwai. Banyalawat. Salah. Aishalah. Kamadyan. Kasayah Sarah. Kayabyan. Wanakal. Yashwan. Rashamadwa. Bayandara. Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayatomwa. Nadar Yabmawa. Kaira. Because it's a buck. Wakatazal Manai. Kal Nisaya Kamwa. Shaw. Marwa. Lana Rashad. Lana War. Na'awaf. Alahayim. Shayatomwa. Kagabala. Kakwash. Lapanya Ka'ash. Fabaya Ira. Wakalabar. Talahat. Haryam. Khan. Taradutma. Basa Irakar. Ubasawa Paskar. Tabalaham. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Kuala One. Waya Bashwa. Shamkar. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Waya Balawa. Waya Kapawa. Waya Abadwa. Waya Dawar. Kaya Athar. Shamkar. Yahawa. Labadkar. Al Yawan. Al Kaha Aratazar.
Amen. And in the English. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
And hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee. Have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against. Thy hidden one. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarim, Gabor and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisa. They perished the Endos. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Horeb. And like Zaire. Yea. All their princes as Zabal. And as Zalmunna. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High. In possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth for wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, of the Most High, over all the earth. So be it. And the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishments and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophet. The teacher. The prince. The priest. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Send evils and curses. And punishments and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. The treasure of the rich of Israel. That refuse to give to the school. Force their riches. To enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. And punishments and destruction. To the Edomites. And the nation. And their drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Posse Comitatus. The gay movement. The lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airways. The cable access channels. And the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen. That stand in the way. Or try to stop us. From broadcasting your word. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And consume them. Let the plague shake. The house of the thief. And the murderer. Let Yahweh shine. Michael and Gabriel. Come down with the flying saucers. And punish all the heathen. That come up against us. As we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. That it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread. Through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake. At thy coming. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you always. So be it.
And with that, I margin Shabbat. I margin Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yad Yom Matah. Dismissed.